Hello, everyone. This is part 1 of week 11 of Plato, a class on the Protagoras, Phaedo, and Sophist. We continue to talk about the Sophist. Today's recording is about a famous proposal, namely that there is a set of so-called greatest kinds, megista, genê, and an interweaving of forms, a sumplôkê to an eidon. Now, what could that possibly mean? One indication of the kind of thing that could be at issue here came up already earlier when we considered this battle of giants between the sons of the earth and the friends of the forms. And now we are getting finally to the objection that Plato raises against his own metaphysics from the middle dialogues. Presumably, he holds the type of view that the friends of the forms hold. And, roughly that means there's being, the forms are in the domain of being, they are incorporeal, they are intelligible. And then, on the other hand, there is becoming, and that is in motion. Now, the Iliadic stranger says that when being is understood, that is some kind of affection, a pathos. And that seems to me that being would somehow be changed and in motion. But that goes against everything that we were thinking about, that being becoming distinction in the middle dialogue. So that is a huge challenge. But it also brings up just the thought that being and motion connect. And this theory of an interweaving of the forms, or also community of the forms, is in some sense a more general version of this idea that forms connect. Now, the Iliadic stranger puts forward the proposal that there are 5 of these greatest kinds, megista, genê. And those are motion, rest, being, same, and different. And he talks about the way in which they connect with each other by using a comparison, namely with the letters of the alphabet. There are consonants and there are vowels. And you couldn't form a word by just forming a sequence of consonants. You need the vowels as some kind of glue. The claim is they bind everything together. And now the proposal is that 3 of our greatest forms are like the vowels, being, same, and different, whereas 2 are like the consonants, motion and rest. So take the example of motion. Suppose you say motion is. That is a way in which motion and being connect. And then you can also say motion is the same as itself, and it is different from everything else. And you can do the same thing with anything. You can say Theaetetus is, he's the same as himself, he is different from Socrates, and so on and so forth. So that is how being, same, and different kind of run through everything. But motion and rest are not like that. Motion is not at rest, rest is not in motion. So that's kind of like the consonant. There is a question, and that is quite contested in the scholarship, of whether we should think that this list of 5 greatest kinds is complete. And probably it isn't. It is not clearly presented as complete. One other difficult question is, where does not being fit in? And for now, I just want to address one dimension of this. When we were saying that motion is different from everything else, we kind of encountered an idea for dealing with not being, because now it looks like we can say that when we say that something is not such and such, really what we are saying is that it is different from it. And that is an idea that is going to be developed further.